KhalifaRap.net is proud to bring you an exclusive interview with San Diego's own Mr. Night Owl, aka Owl Capone. So, Owl, what's cracking?
Not much, the same shit. Just another day, you know. Just relaxing right here, having a cold beer as usual.
Yup. Just had a German one, not one of those whitewashed American light beers. But I think what you drank is a Corona, so that's good, you know.
Sometimes I drink that pub with lime. Sometimes I drink some German beer, Australian beer, Belgian beer, Italian beer. You know, any beer that's good, I try it all.
Okay. So I mean, well, as we all know, you just released a brand new album called Convicted Felon. I mean, let us know what we can expect from the album music-wise.
Well, actually, the album is being released on the 20th of this month. We released some copies on the streets just to test the waters, you know, to see what kind of feedback and response we were going to get from the crowd. And it's been nothing but good feedback. Everybody's loving the album, and I figured they would. You know, I never bring whack shit to the table. Tonight I always come through with some good shit. So I guess, you know, I have to bring some more good shit.
Yeah, and just for those who haven't heard it yet, we already posted a track on our website called I'm OG. So if you haven't heard that yet, check it out, and when you like it, you know, make sure to pick up the Convicted Felon album, you know, because as Night Owl said, it's like some really good music. You know, I mean, I haven't heard the complete album yet, but from the tracks I've heard already, I can already tell you, you know, that's like another Chicano rap classic.
Well, you can always expect better material from me than most of the other goons out there. You know, the majority of the crowd out there, or you know, the fans, they know what time it is with me, and you know, all the other rappers out there that are barely trying to get into the game and trying to do something. You know, the majority of them suck. There's a few that are all right, but they still can't fade me. You know, ever since day one, I've been the sickest. And that's just the way it is.
So how did you come up with the name of the album, and I mean, what does it mean for you?
Well, the name of the album is called Convicted Felon because I am a convicted felon. And the album, what it means to me, it means the world because I take my music seriously. Every time I do an album, I try to bring the best to the table and do the best that I can. And, you know, that's just me. I take pride in my work.
Our forum member, Mr. Baller, you know, he has been wondering about when those tracks on the album actually got recorded. You know, I think Mr. Baller thinks, you know, that it's like some older material, or is it all new? I mean, let us know.
Actually, the majority of the material is new. Nothing had ever been released before. A couple of the tracks, like where I dissed Spanky the Flute, they were done right around the time when all that bullshit happened, because my intentions were not to release this album until I got a hold of Spanky and whooped his ass and put him on video. But as usual, he hides, he's nowhere to be found. And if he comes out, or if he goes and do a show or something, you know, he's got a whole bunch of people with him. And he knows that you can't get at him at a show because there's a bunch of fucking cops, security, and all that shit. And it would just be a PC-ass move to go and rush the motherfucker on stage or do some whack-ass shit like that. So, you know, he knows what's up. You know, he ain't stupid. But he's never alone anywhere, because he knows if I ever run into him, I'm going to whoop his ass. And that's the way it's going to go down, you know? Fuck that.
So, who handled the production?
The production, my boy Chris Gunn and my homeboy Steele. That was basically, you know, all the production I needed for this particular album.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure some people probably would have liked to hear you saying that BMF also did some beats for that.
Well, I mean, BMF is my dog. Don't get it twisted. BMF is my dog. I just didn't happen to work with him on this particular album. but I have many more songs that I'm working on with DMF. I will never stop working with him. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a great producer as well.
What about the features? I mean, I know there's not that many, as usual on a Night Owl album, but I mean, give us the names that are featured.
Well, I got RBX. RBX used to do stuff with Dre and Snoop and all them on the Chronic albums. And I got Big Rock. Big Rock is one of Ice Cube's homies. And he used to do shit with him and with Easy and, people from that era. And he's another good friend of mine. And the reason why there was not many features is because I just wanted to bring a little more Night Owl on this particular album. I had a few people ask me, hey, we'd like to hear more of you. So I figured that's what I would do on this particular album. More Night Owl.
As usual, when I do an interview with an artist, who just put out or is about to put out an album, I know it's kind of hard for you artists to answer, but I mean, what's your favorite track from the album and especially why?
I would probably say Mr. Gangster. It's kind of like a follow-up to In Love with the Gangster. The same type of situation. I'm real open to my music when I do stuff that means a lot to me. I don't hold nothing back, and I guess that's the reason why a lot of the girls love my music, because they feel what I'm talking about, they feel what I'm saying, as well as the homies. We all go through situations that make us, want to express ourselves in many situations, and sometimes we don't know how. So I find it, that when I do it in the way of music, I do it to the best of my ability, and I don't hold back on what I feel. I give a fuck what people think. I do it because that's what's going through my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. Whatever I do and whatever I say is what comes from the heart, and that's probably why I'm the best at it.
So, I mean, you already mentioned it, and I hope, that this will be, or is going to be, the last time that we actually have to speak on it during a Mr. Night Owl interview. So, I mean, on the album, you have like 2-3 diss tracks, towards Spanky Loco, Raro Snipes, and other people that were or are still affiliated with his crew, during the time it happened. So, I mean, what's the latest on this issue?
Well, I mean, you can expect these to be the last disses. The reason for it is because I'm just tired of bringing them promotion, which is what they wanted from the get. Their stunt move was just for me to talk about them so I can get them known, and that's all they actually wanted, because if they had any intentions on being real gangsters, there wouldn't have been cameras or nothing like that. They would have handled what they had to handle. Supposedly, they had something against me or whatever, and they would have took care of it. But they didn't do shit. You know what I mean? It was just a stunt move, because all they wanted was publicity to get known, and for me to talk about them and bring them a little fame, because that's the only time people would actually hear about them. That's the only time they would ever shine. I'm not gonna fall into that bullshit anymore. Whatever happens will be behind closed doors. The day I see him, I will whoop his ass, and that's it. I'm sure the crowd will know. Everybody will find out what happened, what goes down, because this world is full of yappers and people who like to yap and talk shit. So whatever happens in the future will happen in the future. As far as me dissing people, I'm tired of blowing other motherfuckers up at my expense. So therefore, will not be coming from Mr. Owl no more. I'm going to concentrate on my music and take it to another level. And that's it.
A lot of fans, have been wondering, that Snapper's label, The Glock Entertainment, is also printed on the back of the CD. So, I mean, what's going on with that?
Well, it's just a certain personal situation at hand that me and Snapper had. He helped me out on this particular album due to certain situations that we agreed upon.